For today's art lesson, the only thing you're going to need is a Nintendo DS stylus. You don't need an expensive trip to the art store when everything you need is on this tiny little cart.
The main menu, we're going to select free paint, start a new image. You're going to pick one of your empty slots, overwrite something, get it out of here. And we're going to have our blank canvas. So you're going to start with your desired pencil. I'm going to go ahead and select 2H.
Now, in Art Academy, it's always fun to draw and paint Pokemon. And for today's art lesson, I'm going to choose to draw Gastly.
So it's best to get the general shape of the Pokemon. And in this case, it's kind of a circle. It's going to kind of look like Voltorb. And the best thing to keep in mind when you're drawing and sketching is, you might be discouraged the way things are coming along, but it's not going to be the final product. The more you shade, the more you add to it, it's going to change, it's going to come along, it's going to start to look a lot better. The next thing, we're going to add some quick details. We're going to add the teeth, big sharp fangs, and Gastly's eyeballs come out of his head. Big line coming down. Remember, any lines that look weird, something looks off, you can always fix it. We're just getting a basic idea of where everything is. And in my drawing, I already noticed that Gastly is slightly more down than how I would actually want it. But that is okay. And maybe I want to bring the mouth down more and have that open up that way. The mouth will come out over here. And as the drawing's coming along, we notice certain things that we can change. Like, I want to make the eyeball bigger, and in order for that, I have to move the mouth, which I wanted to do, and bring it down a bit more. So we're going to erase that. Now remember, everything can always be covered up with shading. Remember, this is just the DS, you don't have to press hard. And we're going to add in some lines here. There. Now we have to add in the smoke around Gastly. When it comes to doing effects like smoke and gas and fire, you can kind of really be creative because there's no wrong way of actually doing it. As long as you kind of get the effect that you want, like you look like fire, you're not drawing clouds and saying it looks like fire. Is essentially what I'm trying to say. So as long as you get like a good cloud around Gastly, all the way around here. Now we're going to take the fine eraser. We're just going to clean up a couple spots. Always start far away, that way you know where your edge is and you're not going to hit it and kind of ruin your artwork. From here, we're going to go ahead and select the paint. So we're going to start painting Gastly. And we're going to get our paintbrush. And we're gonna give this one a try. And we're gonna go for a light purple. So we're gonna select that there. And throw in a little bit of white. And dash a bit more purple. And make sure it's a little lighter. And then from here, everything that you did, we're just gonna circle over it. Any pencil marks we can kind of cover up. And we're going to select our standard purple color. And always start far away. You don't have to get into that nook. But we are just going to go around Gastly. Even if you kind of get in a little bit, we're going to be using the black paint to go over it, so it's not going to be too big of a problem. But we're going to do the same thing out here around the edge. And as you're filling in this area, take your time, because it's going to do big drops of paint and it might mess up your painting depending on which area you're at, especially in these little nooks and crannies around here. In this area, I'm going to actually switch to a finer brush so I can just get in here, not worry about messing it up. I can even clear up this outline a little bit. When you click on the paint, this is a fun little area where you can actually just mix any color that you want. It's the same idea as we did with the purple around Gastly. You're going to select the black and do an outline. Try to keep your paint strokes small. Select the finer brush. If you want to add more paint onto your brush, you can do so here. Once you do the outline with your black paint, you can just, no problem, go through it here. Use a big brush. Use a flat brush as well, but I like using this one better. You can use a smaller brush to go through any spots you might have missed, like for me around here at the eye. My paintbrush was a little too big for me to get in there. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and select red, a little bit of white. Bigger brush. And yep, that's about the color that we want. Go ahead and fill that spot in. So I took my white, filled in a little bit of the section of the eye here to get a little bit of a popping effect, and also to clean up some pencil marks and stuff I missed. And I'm going to do the same thing over here, but not as much. You can leave it the way it is, but to me the background looks a little plain, so you can select the flat big brush, select black, kind of just be gentle with it. Some light taps around here. So here it is, fully completed, Gastly. And to save it, we're going to save it to the gallery. Now if you do want to save it for later, you can just click save. Otherwise we're going to click quit, and we should be able to go to our gallery, and it will be right here along with my previous painting of a Blastoise. Keep practicing and let me know what Pokemon you want me to do next.